Oh my God, we're back again. You got beautiful eyes and you are my friend. Going on tour next month. Am I the scallywag for not telling my friend my shampoo had green hair dye in it? Oh no. I'm a guy with a bright green mohawk. So you're cool as fuck? I've had green hair for a while. I have to use a lot of hairspray to get it to stick up, so I have to wash my hair almost every day. The struggle's real. This makes the green fade pretty fast, so I mix green hair dye with my shampoo and conditioner to make the color last longer. Ooh, don't do it with your shampoo. Just put it in your conditioner. Don't put it in your shampoo. This is a common thing people do with colored hairdo. Anyways, one of my friends stayed the night at my apartment after a show we went to because she missed her bus. In the morning, she asked if she could shower. She obviously didn't have anything of hers because she hadn't planned to stay the night, so I let her use my stuff. I mean, I understand having a lapse in judgment. Maybe you forgot, but you should definitely told her. That's on you, man. I showed her how to use my shower and told her to use my husband's shampoo and conditioner because mine is for my green hair. You're in the clear. You're fine. Okay. I gave her a towel, left, and she took a shower. Hopefully you pointed to it too, because how would you know which one is which? When she came out of the shower, I heard her gasp and scream, and I asked her if she was okay. Oh no, she's probably blonde like me too, so it's just green. Oh God. Is it green? She started screaming that her hair was green, and sure enough, her blonde. So that's green as fuck. Her blonde hair had green splotches all throughout. I asked her why she used my shampoo and conditioner when I told her it was for my green hair, and she said she thought I meant it was a good special shampoo and I just wanted to keep it for myself. Be so for real, girl. And that I should have specifically told her it had green dye in it. No, you deserve the green hair for what you just said. For context, the bottles are pink and opaque, but the caps are clear and now stained green. The liquid inside is also green from the dye. I told her I thought it was obvious what I meant, but if she didn't fully understand me, she should have just respected my things enough to not use them simply because I told her. She did not like that. Now she won't talk to me and is telling all of our friends I'm an asshole for not telling her about the dye. Maybe I could have been more specific, but I don't know. I don't think I'm the asshole here. You're not. Oh my God, we have pictures. Everybody shut up. I knew it. It's fabulous. Look at that. It's fabulous mohawk. Get the green nails too. Fabulous. Shampoo bottle in question. That's green. Look, it's inside. It's like stained the inside. Not that everybody should know, but like that's not normal. I think that's stupid because you told her not to use it and to use the other one. So that, honestly, I think that's karma. To be honest, I think that's what that is. And it'll wash out of her hair. Kind of. Bummer, dude. Did she not notice it was green when she poured it onto her hand? Yeah, I mean, he showed us the bottle. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I would have asked her, but I'm still left on red. Another comment says, A, not the asshole. B, regarding this, I mix green hair dye with my shampoo and conditioner to make the color last longer. This is the common thing people do. I colored my hair routinely for probably 10 years and never did this. I never even thought to do this, but I used regular box dyes and didn't mix my own colors, not like Manic Panic. Yeah, no, that's a very good thing to do. It's like a glaze almost. You can use like a semi-permanent and just mix it in, and it's diluted a little bit, but it kind of keeps the color in there. When my hair was red, I did that all the time. OP said, I don't know, maybe it's not super common. It is in the hair world. You're doing it's a good thing. Not the asshole. This wasn't her grabbing the wrong bottle by mistake. She intentionally used your stuff because she thought you were gatekeeping fancy shampoo, even though it's your right to keep your products for yourself and not have to share guests. She deserves the best of hair. That's what I think. We have an update. I didn't even know that. After 37 days. Oh, wow. Before I get into the update, I'd like to clear a few things up. Firstly, yes, I'm a guy, and yes, I have a husband. It's this new thing called gay. I don't think it's that new, but some people are stupid and they don't understand that. Thank you for clearing that up. If you haven't heard of it, I suggest looking it up on Google. Secondly, a couple people were accusing me of the story being fake because I put hair dye in my shampoo and conditioner. I've only really ever put in the conditioner. That's what I told my clients to do, just because it's like a glaze almost. I don't think it would really just do anything too much if it was in the shampoo. Might work against the shampoo. Anyway, what apparently you're only supposed to put in your conditioner is putting hair dye in your shampoo doesn't do anything to maintain the color. I assure you this story is true. I'm just a fucking idiot who likes to waste hair dye, apparently. I'm sure it does like a little something, but it's common to put it just in your in your conditioner. I posted pictures of my mohawk and conditioner bottle to my profile. I hope that's sufficient evidence. I saw it. Exactly one of the commenters hit the nail right on the head with their prediction. A few days after the incident, my friend texted me saying she was sorry for blowing up on me and that it was entirely her fault she messed up her hair. We love accountability. And she just took it out on me because she was upset in the moment. She said I was right. She should have respected my things, and now we're cool. cool. I know that must be really disappointing to you all. I got a lot of really harsh comments saying that she was a terrible friend and a terrible person and must have mental disabilities. Okay, people on Reddit need to calm down a little bit. And that she's too stupid to be allowed to live. Jesus. What? Wronged in much worse ways. Stealing a little shampoo is not the end of the world for me. No, if she's being accountable for it and she owned her shit, great. We love to hear it. A lot of you are curious as to how she didn't realize the shampoo and conditioner was green, and I was too, so I asked her. She said she did notice it was green, but thought it was like that purple shampoo that doesn't actually turn your hair purple. It just makes it a nice blonde. So she thought green would make it a nice blonde? Guys, let's look at the color theory wheel. So the shampoo, it's supposed to cancel the yellows out because purple is right here and yellow is right here. And since they're opposite, it helps get rid of that. Same as blue shampoo and orange hair. Helps get rid of like brassy tones or whatever. But that's okay if she didn't know. I'm just being an asshole now. But she deserved it and she owned her shit and I like that a lot. No worries, no worries. My favorite part was you telling people that game's a thing. At least now they know. You know, what do you guys think? Let's move on. Am I the scallywag for playing the piano at my sister's wedding? Okay, is it like during the ceremony? You're just whipping out like Piano Man or something? That'd be crazy. I'm very confused and don't know what to believe, so I need Reddit's help. Throwaway because my friends and family know my Reddit. Also, excuse my bad English. So I, 24 female, have been playing the piano since I was 5. Subtle flex. And it is my job now. Another subtle flex. We love that though. Good for you. I also play the flute in the orchestra of my city. You're the main character. We get it. Piano has always been my passion and I don't know how to express myself in other ways if not playing. My family has been supportive of this passion of mine. Mind that I paid for my lessons starting from 16 years old because my parents didn't want me to attend piano lessons anymore. I then found a job that helped me pursue my dream and eventually became a professional pianist and flutist on the side. Okay, impressive. My sister, on the other hand, 28 female, studies law and she receives more attention than I do for obvious reasons. Shouldn't be obvious, but I understand. Sometimes the arts get a kick, which I don't think is fair. When I lived with my parents, they would blame the fact that sister didn't graduate law school yet on me simply because I was distracting her with constantly playing my instruments. Oh. That's terrible. As soon as they told me this, I stopped playing in my own house and found somewhere else to stay for several hours and would play there shortly after I moved out. Okay. Jeez Louise. Now, her marriage was a week ago, and unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money. I am struggling with my rent and expenses, so I couldn't get her anything for her marriage, which made me feel super uncomfortable. I told my parents and they said this, quote unquote, next time you'll think twice about your career. Your parents suck. I'll adopt you. Come over here. I know you're an adult now, but I'll adopt you. I decided to rehearse a very beautiful piece by Chopin. Chopin? Is it Chopin? Sorry if I said that wrong. That I knew my sister loved because she always used to fall asleep when I played it. Oh, Nocturne number 6 in G minor. Oh. She would always talk to me about her crush, now husband, while I was playing that very piece. I thought it was meaningful and she would have loved it as a gift. Wait, that is so sweet. Are you kidding me? That's like the best gift I could receive. During her wedding, I told her I had a surprise for her, something that meant so much for the both of us, and started playing. The reaction of everybody made me think it was amazing and I went and hugged her. Little did I know that she hated it. You need a new family and I will take you in, okay? The next day I received a message from her saying that she wants to cut me off. That not only didn't I buy her the necklace she has been hinting on, but that I dared playing at her wedding without first consulting her. In that moment, I felt like shit because I didn't think that would have been disrespectful. My parents told me that if I don't stop my career as a musician, they don't want anything to do with me because, quote unquote, my personality revolves around my talent. This broke my heart, but I can't stop thinking I might be the asshole. Your family is from hell. Oh my God. It's very upsetting. No, you're not the asshole. No, you're not the asshole at all. Why am I so emotional? No, you're not. It really makes me upset. I mean, I'm usually like, for people's weddings, I'm like, oh, it's their wedding. You know, I put that first, but there's a piano. Why would you need permission? Like, I'd need more. Like, did it cut into like cocktail hour or something? Or like, it can't be that, like, it's a few minutes long. I don't know. I'm trying to see both sides, but I just really don't. This makes me very upset. Not the asshole. Your family is horrible. Okay. Thank God. They should be proud that you are a working musician. You should have given your sister a heads up that you were going to play. Weddings are usually scheduled down to the minute. That's the only thing I could think of is like maybe it cut into something or took too much time. I'm not sure exactly how long that song is, but I know the classical music, it could go on for like 5-10 minutes sometimes, I guess. But that's the only reason why I would think that. But like to cut your sister off for playing a beautiful song. Oh my God. How selfish and self-absorbed narcissistic are you? Like, my God. OP said the only reason why I didn't is because she told my family and I, quote, there is also going to be a dance room, a pianist, and a singer, unquote. I thought it wasn't a big deal to play a piece 4 minutes after a few they played. In fact, the singer at the wedding told me that they were going to take a 10-minute break anyway. Okay, so it really wasn't an issue. It's soft, everybody's the asshole, because performing at a wedding is something you should discuss first. However, big asshole on your parents' side, they sound like jerks and you'd be better off without the whole lot of them. I just don't think there's a world in which that should be taken as offense. Like a beautiful piano piece that's not cutting into anything. I don't know. I'm trying to see it, but I'm really not taking the bride's side. Info, was it a piano or a keyboard? This is a side issue, but someone brought up using another musician's instrument. It is definitely rude to use someone's guitar without permission, and it is the idea of using someone else's woodwind is legitimately gross. Sure, but she didn't, because you were sharing spit, but an actual piano is different. I agree. I don't agree that a piano is like, I don't know. I think it's the one instrument where you can share it and it doesn't really matter. If it's a keyboard that the musician brought themselves, then it falls under the guitar category. I get that and ought to be used with permission, but if it's a piano which belongs to the facility, it's different. Okay, so OP said the piano, not keyboard, was owned by the venue, so that's just not even I feel like that's like reaching so hard for nothing because it was a piano. Kids would play it with even before the pianist started to play. I did not ask for permission because the venue is owned by my uncle and aunt, so I felt comfortable playing it without asking them. The pianist went on a 10 to 15 minute break and I asked him if I could play while he was gone and he said, of course. He also stayed to listen. There's no way, I won't be on, I don't think I could be on the side. But then a comment says, you're the asshole. What you did wasn't a gift. It was a blatant attention grab. So the only way this works, and of course I'm reading OP's version, so I'm on OP's side. Like maybe OP's known for just always wanting to take the spotlight and all this stuff. But from what I can gather, her whole family, like, it just doesn't like, it's like, not like her family's like, oh wow, yes, our daughter is amazing. They literally hate her for it. And that sucks. So I don't buy that. I just don't buy that. The comment still goes on to say, my sister did the same thing to me my entire life. I couldn't have even one day to myself, even my own wedding day, if she wasn't the center of attention she made herself be. I'm sure you do the same. This person needs therapy. I haven't talked to my sister in 12 years. So I don't plan to ever talk to her again. My life is my own now. Wow. OP responded, thank you for your input, but I have to disagree. I don't agree. I think this person's projecting hard as fuck and they shouldn't be talking to their family and they need to go to therapy. My sister has always been the favorite and I am still the black sheep of the family and I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. My intention wasn't grabbing the attention. In my mind, it was a gift and I wrongly thought she would appreciate it. I'm overall a good sister and I only stated what happened at the wedding, not my entire life with her. Yeah, I don't know. Based off just pure vibes and the way she's writing and how the family is, I don't think that that's the case. Info, what did other people think of the performance? OP said, people loved it. They recorded it too. I mean, they recorded the bride and groom reaction and I could clearly see the groom moved while was holding her hand and kissing it, dancing slowly. My sister didn't seem annoyed either. The groom posted the video on Facebook. She did not. Okay. I think it's very much a her problem. I think she likes to be the center of attention and she didn't even like the thought of you doing anything. I really do think it's the other way around. Honestly, which is okay on your wedding, you know, but like, God forbid somebody wants to perform for you, a thing for you, dedicated to you, and you think it's not about you enough. I don't know. Everyone's the asshole. Her for expecting you to buy her an expensive gift when she knows you're struggling. Why a necklace? This does not go into the wedding gifts category, in my opinion. Agreed. You for the surprise. She never supported you or your career. What made you think she would love the gift? But that's not valid either because she said that she played it when they talked about him and she played it and she fell asleep to the music. So I don't buy that either. Ugh, get out of here. We have an update though. Edit, I want to clarify that when I played was pretty much the end of the wedding. Some people were heading home too. My sister's plan was to have the music in the background towards the end so that people could relax and drink. There was nothing going on. Then I'm even more on your side now. I was aware of the wedding plan, so I knew that it was possible for me to play without interrupting anything. Exactly. I always played when people were heading home, so I did not do it to make it about me. I have been playing for years and I do not need 4 minutes of attention by strangers. I value other things. In that moment, I was valuing my sister's emotions, but I got it all wrong. Another edit for people saying I only assumed my sister loved the piece. I actually did not. She would constantly ask me to play it for years. Yeah, you already said this. People are literally stupid and it's making me angry. I'm getting angry and upset in this one. Is there another? Okay, there's another update. I'm just gonna get right into that. I wasn't in the house that used it was me. When I moved out, I asked if I could take take it with me, and they agreed. They never specified it was a gift or I needed to give it back to them eventually. At first, I got super emotional and asked them to please think about it because I cannot afford a piano at the moment. Plus, it is the piano I studied on. I love the piano, but they told me to drop it and toughen up. If I don't give it back, they will sue me. What's your address? I'll get you a piano. I don't know if they are allowed legally, but I'm scared, so I am probably going to give it back to them and cut them off. My father said, you are struggling financially and still you are not listening to us. Insane. So I basically told them I want to be alone for a while and I want no contact with them till further notice. Thank you to everyone again. Yeah, your whole family's a bunch of assholes and you need to follow your dreams and cut them off. I think that's hard, hard to cut your family off. I don't know. Or at least I know you have a relationship with your sister, but your parents, man, I think it's good you said you need a break because my God, the entitlement is insane. And that sucks. Those type of people should not be parents. The parents will have a hard time proving ownership of the piano when they said OP could take it when they moved out. Those parents are flaming assholes and the sister is a close second. Agreed. Another comment said OP should say fine, take the piano and then send them some quotes from professional piano movers. They will soon change their tune. But yeah, I'm just really sorry. That really sucks, and I hope you figure it out. And I'm probably gonna look into who you are and just see like what's going on if you got a piano and that kind of thing. So put a little plug in that. But let me know what you guys think. This is like an interesting topic, especially for the creatives out there. Let me know what you think, and let's read one more. Husband had an affair with his coworker because she got in his head for 8 months. Classic. She manipulated me. I, 22 female, and my husband, 24 male, have been married 10 months, and he's been cheating on me with his coworker, 35 female, for 8 months. Damn. 11 years older. Damn. Okay. That sucks. This woman is a hoe. We know. We're on your side. She has 3 different baby daddies and she's clearly not okay in the head. She may act normal around other women, but when she's alone with a man, she says and does questionable and weird things, like sleeping with your husband. Yes. One time she slept with her stepdad. Okay, yeah, all right. She was maybe 22 and he was well in his mid-40s. Okay, yeah, short, chubby, and not very attractive. Got it. So now the relationship with her mom is ruined and she also calls her daughter a hoe. Okay. So just a gem of a human being. Anyway, this coworker has become obsessed with my husband and he went along with it. Yes, it was my husband's fault for even talking to her in the first place, which I am mad at him for, but she is also very controlling and knows how to get men to like her. Sadly, he's always had girlfriends since we've been dating, but it never bothered me because he would always show me their messages or funny stuff they talk about throughout the day. Okay. I never asked him to do this, but he would just want to tell me everything. But with this woman, he was also so secretive, which is why I suspected something from the start. They would talk 24/7 for like 6 months straight. Okay, yeah, maybe the first week would have tipped me off, I think. Until, out of nowhere, they started getting into arguments, so they slowly stopped texting each other all the time. I'm on your side, by the way. My husband likes to drink, and the other day I was driving back home, and he passed out in the passenger seat with his phone unlocked. I never have access to his phone, so I decided to look through their messages, and it turns out I was right, and they were having an affair. God, it's gonna suck. I had asked my husband many times over the past month what was going on between them, and he always said she's just a good friend. I never believed him. Since knowing her, he bought her maybe $5,000 worth of gifts since I've been dating and denied buying her any of it until I showed him bank statements and receipts, so there's probably more that I missed. What? This guy sucks. Well, the next day, when he woke up, I told him we needed to get a divorce because I wasn't going to be with a pathological cheater and liar. I told him I read all the messages, I hope you screenshotted them and sent them to yourself, and finally admitted what he was doing. He claims she got into his head and knew how to manipulate him. Oh, brother. She's a homewrecker. My husband's other coworker, Kevin, 50 male, went through the same shit with her like 8 years ago, and it also ruined his marriage. She really is a homewrecker. Wow. She's just working through the town, man. I feel like she needs to talk to a therapist or something. My husband is good friends with Kevin, so they hang out a lot. So as a result, I'm cool with his wife. Turns out she hates this woman to death because of what she did to Kevin, but is still with him. My God, she's just like, she really is like a little black widow. Mostly for their kid, but also because she still loves him. For whatever reason. So now, what do I do? My husband said that he's sorry, but he swears on his kid's life he hasn't slept with her. Only kissed her. I don't believe anything this guy says, and I have reasons to believe he's telling the truth. They would never hang out in person after work, and he's a hard worker, so I know they wouldn't spend more than a few minutes at a time together while working. I don't know if you know how that works. but you could get it done in a couple minutes. With that said, he has still cut her off completely, avoids her at work, starts and gets off earlier so he can leave before he should leave that job, before she even gets to work, and even gave me his phone password so I could look through his phone whenever I want. He says he's sorry and doesn't know what got into him, but he's only loves me and doesn't want to ruin our family. We have 2 toddlers. Ugh. Dude, he's been doing everything he can since to make it up to me. Unfortunately, I can't forgive him for what he's done. No, you shouldn't. But should I stay with him? No. I would honestly just be using him for money. Well, because I don't see him the same and he knows it, but doesn't care as long as he's with me. That's not a relationship you want to be in for the rest of your life. You just want a little guy who pays the bills and is just around that you hate. That's not good. Think of the kids. That's not a fun thing to be around as a kid. At all. It's very, very toxic and horrible for them, actually. So for their sake and for your sake, leave him and take everything because he cheated on you, whether he's kissing or not. And that's just the way it goes. Our relationship isn't toxic, so we'd still do stuff as a family. He works nights, so I always sleep alone in bed with my 2 kids, and he sleeps all day, so I don't really see him because I go out with the kids. It would only be on his 2 days off, which I think is fine. Should I stay? No. I think that's terrible. I mean, it's one thing maybe for you could handle it, but I can't imagine growing up. Actually, I can't imagine growing up in a house where it's just toxic and where parents shouldn't be together and they're like working on it, but it's not good. So no, for the love of God, leave him. Thanks. Sorry, I'm saucy, I'm spicy in this episode. Sorry. But yeah, that's what I think. First, you need to stop blaming the girl. Yeah, sure, she could be a hoe, but it's entirely your shitty husband's fault for cheating on you. Exactly. Nobody forced him to cheat. Lawyer up and leave him. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they both suck. Another comment says, is she a hoe or is she deeply traumatized and easy? Sleeping with her stepdad isn't normal. That little tidbit, I'm like, whew. Had to be some weird manipulation thing going on there with the 30-plus-year-old guy, and a 22-year-old. And I'm not making excuses, but she's gone through some stuff and she definitely needs to talk to somebody, and she's definitely lashing out in ways, and she still needs to be held accountable for that. But immediately I was like, oh yeah, her entire worth is based upon those types of relationships, it seems. Not a therapist. Therapists, sound off below. Again, not an excuse for her, but there's a little bit of empathy where it's just like, oh gosh, man, she needs to just focus on herself for a bit, for sure. Yeah, another comment says, you've been married for 10 months and he's been cheating for 8. So true. So true. Also, you're so young. Oh my God. Walk away from this toxic relationship. That's it. What do you guys think? Let me know. We don't have an update with this one. Sorry about that. I thought I had an update, but it doesn't. Sorry I got so emotional in this one. I need to go take a nap or something. Just kidding. I need to go eat some food. I'm gonna go do that. Bye.